Hi, Assalamualaikum. For this reflective writing, we choose the opening ceremony of Rio 2016. This event took place in Maracanã Stadium of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil on Friday, 5 August 2016 at 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. The head of event is Fernando Morales, Daniela Thomas, and Androka Waddington, along with the VIP Carlos Antunesman and Michel Temer. The objective of event is to set goal to change the paradigm from previous Olympic ceremony and to give the best night of shows to the audience all over the world to remember by presenting the history of Brazil. This event was organized by Organizing Committee of Olympic and Paralympic Games Rio 2016. It will under International Olympic Committee (IOC) and they provide the service of operating, planning, delivery, and communication. Their mission is to deliver the excellent game, supporting by the social and urban transformation, and the last one to contribute to the growth of Olympic and Paralympic movement. The reason why we choose this event video is because the hard work of Brazilian to give the best performance. Second, it have a stunning setting factors and element. And the last one, it is the biggest event that participated by hundreds of international players. So let's move to the next point with Ain Shafika.
Thank you, Yana. Next, flow of opening ceremony. The ceremony started out with fireworks filling up the sky above the Maracanã Stadium as tourists and symbol of peace to come out to make appearance on the floor of the stadium to symbolize the message they are trying to deliver. The ceremony then portrayed the Brazilian history and culture, in which they use a scenery of trees to show the inhabitants of Brazil. To make the show more interesting, they gave out a symbolic seat to athletes to paint in order to contribute to the show. The Maracanã Stadium was then turned into a dance floor to enhance the richness of Brazilian music and dance. A famous top model then made an entrance of catwalk show. Afterward, the whole stadium sang along to the famous País Tropical hit song. The Brazilian national anthem was then sang by singer named Paulinho de Viola. Along it, the Brazilian flag was lifted to go along with the national anthem, and several flags were carried by Olympic Brazilian athletes. Later onward, the organizing committee president, named Carlos Arthur Nussmann, gave out his officiating speech, who then passed to President Thomas Bach to give a talk. He then invited the Kenyan runner, a two-time Olympic champion Kipchoge Keno, to come up to the stage to receive the first Olympic Rower Award ever. Upon finishing his speech, the president of Brazil, Michel Temer, then recited the game's opening declaration. The sky was then filled with fireworks again to tell the audience that the Olympic flag was to make an entrance into the stadium and was raised while the Olympic anthem was sung, and a moment later, the Olympic oath was announced. The opening ceremony were ended by an Olympic torch relief from Gustavo Curtin ended with Montella Cordero de Lima to lead the Olympic cauldron. To close the ceremony and begin the game, a huge firework display lit up the sky once again. I'm passing it back to Yana.
Thank you, Ain. Now is the summary of officiating speech by VIP. This speech was given by Carlos Antunesman, the president of Rio 2016 Olympic and Paralympic Games Organizing Committee. The president started the speech with welcome the audience to the Rio. He said that the history will be made by the athletes, volunteers, public, and young people. And the games delivered were the best inspired by the athlete. The organizing committee are able to complete an achievable mission with the aid of people or government, families, the federal state, and the city. The president also expressing all gratitude to the volunteers involved. Their goal is to change the Olympic city into the games, to welcome the world, and to celebrate humanity. The last speech is all people are asked to live their dream and stay together throughout hardship in facing the various of challenges. And now, Najmi will continue with his point.
Okay, thank you Azrena. And now I will talk about profile of official and non-official sponsorship company. The sponsors of the 2016 Rio Olympic Games put an unprecedented amount of €2 billion for the International Olympic Committee which is IOC. As a result, they had become the biggest sources of income for the Summer Games. At the 2016 Olympic Games, there were distinct group of sponsors, 11 giants who entered into longer-term contracts, at least one Olympic cycle or 4-year Olympic cycle. They call themselves Worldwide Olympic Partners. Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Passport, Bridgestone, Samsung, Panasonic, Omega, Procter and Gamble, Dow, Atos, and General Electric. Any of these business will pay the ICO euro to 100 million for the 4-year period from 2013 to 2016, and in return they will be able to specifically market the mega event. Intel, Toyota and Alibaba got on board in the beginning of 2017. They accomplished this by evaluating all brand discussions and interaction levels through news, blogs, forum, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, and during the tournament and YouTube comments. They rely on mentions when evaluating the numbers of mentions that explicitly contain both the name of the brand and a reference to the Olympics. I'm going past the talk to Alia Akila.
Thank you, Nashmi. Next, I will explain on the promotional mediums used in order to promote the opening ceremony of the Rio 2016 Summer Olympics. The first medium to promote the opening ceremony was a global promotional campaign called Together We Can Change the World. The campaign, launched by the International Olympic Committee, or shortened as IOC, was created with the aim of inspiring the spirit of unity, hope, and peace. They were hoping for a better future for the world as they wanted to reunite through sports. The campaign included 4 short videos that were uploaded on the Olympics official YouTube channel, which were Together, Breath, Respect, and Counting Stars. Besides that, 12 Brazilian and 1 Colombian artists also contributed to the promotions by creating official posters, as it has been a tradition of the Olympic Games since Stockholm in 1912. Among the artists were Alexandra Mancini, Antonio Diaz, Beatrice Mejazes, Claudio Tozzi, Ana Clara Schindler, Rindo Cardia, and Gustavo Greco. The posters were exhibited at Museum of Tomorrow in Praca, which is owned by Santiago Calatrava, a Spanish architect, on 12 until 22 July 2016, before it was moved to Deodoro Olympic Park. Another medium used was commercials. BBC produced a trailer on 11 July on the YouTube channel, which demonstrates wild animals in the rainforest representing as athletes doing sports such as gymnastics and racing. In addition, NBC also created a commercial to promote the opening ceremony, and it was uploaded on 29 July in their YouTube channel, displaying colorful graphics and sceneries. Both trailers really hyped up the enthusiasm of the Olympic Games that year. And now, we will move on to the official and non-official sponsorship companies that will be explained by Nazmi.
Okay, thank you Alia Akila. And now the main content of event. The ceremony had included a ceremonial presentation of the Olympic Laurel Trophy, which was awarded to the Kenyan athlete Kipkoech Keno for his achievement in education, culture, development, and peace in sport. As required by the Olympic Charter, the ceremony was to combine the official ceremony opening with an international sporting event which included a welcoming speech from many VIPs, a flag hosting and marching of athletes, as well as presentation of the International Olympic Committee Olympic Laurel Award, which an interesting and remarkable and also artistic showcase to demonstrate the culture of heritage of Brazil. A long distance runner named Vanderlei Cordeiro de Lima, who had won the men's marathon bronze medal in 2004, also won the IOC's Prix de Coubertin Sports medal as a sign of sympathy after being targeted and chased by a fence, which causes him to lose his lead in the race, but managed to lead the Olympic cauldron. Originally, a Brazilian footballer Pelé was supposed to light up the cauldron but refused to join due to his health issues that could not be avoided. To replace him, Jorge Gomes, a 14 years old Brazilian athlete who had escaped from poverty, was trained as a runner to lead a public cauldron in front the Candelaria Church following the opening ceremony. I'm going to pass the talk to Ain Shafika.
Thank you, Najmi. Medical emergency services. Every big event will take account into several things that may arise during the event in order to arrange for the medical and emergency services in case anything occurs. In the case of Rio 2016 Olympic Games, medical facilities, doctors, hospitals, and clinics were on standby and had been given based on groups of client needs. The functioning command center at the medical headquarters, situated within the polyclinic at the Olympic and Paralympic Village in Rio de Janeiro, was to manage medical services at the Rio 2016 medical headquarters. The center will open 24 hours a day. Coordinate staffing are included of voluntary management and allocation, medical supply chain, and the use of the electronic medical system. They also helped with organizing the emergency services, such as managing coordination across all venues with the ambulance service. The sports medicine that were provided was physiotherapy, recovery gym, ice baths, anti-gravity treadmills, radiology, and such. They also have a special standby on call for scheduled visits during the games for the activities of cardiology, dermatology, obstetrics, gynecology, trauma, psychiatry, and psychology. The service was trained with direct reporting lines to the headquarters of Rio 2016's medical services to ensure appropriate treatment management were ready when it is required. There were also 156 dedicated advanced life support ambulances spread around the competition and training venues and then village for the Rio 2016 Games. Each ambulance were assigned with doctor, nurse, and driver equipped with advanced life support equipment. They also had operational medical cars for non-emergency cases to come and go between venues and the Rio 2016 medical services staff when required. A standby helicopter was also provided. Passing on to Nur Sohada.
Thank you, Pika. Next, we talk about the ending of the event. The event was welcomed 206 countries and immigrant team. Each race was led by a colorful cyclist who carried name of their country, and the entire athlete wearing beautiful outfit to present their country. After the parade, Brazil gave a performance to the most known Brazilian song, which is Aquarela do Brasil. Next, the event also proceeded with a closing song, which is Sandalia de Prata, was performed by Caetano Veloso and Gilberto Gil, two of the most popular Brazilian artists. They were working with carioca pop music singer Anitta, drum pieces from all 12 samba schools in Rio. The emblem of the Brazilian carnival has been performed together for the first time in history. Next, the event is ended with the Olympic flame of the cauldron lit up to launch the start of any game. After passing 26,000 kilometers through Brazil, the Olympic flame landed in Maracanã in the hand of tennis legend named Gustavo Kuerten. He handed it to the Olympic silver medalist Hortensia, who handed the torch to Vanderlei de Lima, who led the event. The 2004 Athens bronze medalist De Lima gained international attention after he was targeted or were surrounded by crowd when he led the Olympic marathon. To show mercy for the situation happening, De Lima was awarded the Pierre de Coubertin Sport Medal. Alright, for the next slide, I will pass it to Alia.
Thank you, Shuada, for the information. For the post-event recognition, the first one is a documentary that highlights the experiences and behind the scenes of the opening ceremony. It included 4 episodes. The first one showed the moments of Rio de Janeiro's victory of becoming the host, as well as clips of Brazil's history and culture. The second episode told the story and background of the 3 directors for the opening ceremony, which are Fernando Mireles, Andreucha Verite, and Daniela Thomas. The third episode broadcasted an interview about the Amazonian native dancer named Paqueta and his unforgettable experiences in performing at the opening ceremony. And the last one shared the behind the scenes of how Anthony Howe, an American sculptor, in designing and sculpting the Olympic cauldron. Other than the documentary, in 2017, Breno Silveira created and directed a film entitled as Days of Truth with the help of other 4 co-directors. Created specially to show the special moments, the film highlighted the history of Brazil and the history of world sports. It was uploaded on Olympics official website and was the 37th episode of the official Olympic film series. That is all for me. Now I will pass on to Shuada for the discussion.
Thank you, Alia. Alright, in my view, what is the best in this event is that the whole event has been carried out successfully and has anticipated. I like how the opening event was performed at a low-tech and medium cost due to the economic and political challenge that Brazil faced. The organizer also infused with the message of the global warming by showing pictures in the grounds of the Maracanã Stadium. Next, the performance was held for 4 hours and started with the singing of the Brazilian national anthem, followed by the performance of many artists who performed a great choreography supplemented by laser light and fireworks demonstrating how to save tree and planet from climate change. The demonstration also was illustrated for me, was really informative and great because it has a positive effect and bring environmental consequences. Meanwhile, the bad thing I noticed in this event is the set at this Maracanã Stadium. It's like look great on TV, but it just needs a tiny corner of the stadium for cost-saving measure. A technique intended to surprise the viewer can only be seen by TV viewer at home and left the messy stadium floor completely unused, except for a stunning abstract light display. This made the crowd at the stadium feel bored, and I really hope that the event director took care about this issue and will help enhance the consistency of the show to make the audience feel hyper for the next event to come. Alright, next I will pass to Kika.
To conclude, as a result of receiving positive feedbacks and mesmerizing reactions from the whole world, the Olympic Committee created a documentary series and a film dedicated to the behind-scenes, special moments, and unforgettable memories after the opening ceremony ended. The ceremony was praised by the international media, the audience, the viewers, and all around the world for its vibrant and variety of shows which focused on multicultural and its appeal to the climate change question. It also showed how the world can be one inspired by the spirit of unity, hope, and peace. It is undeniable that the opening ceremony for the Rio 2016 Summer Olympics was the largest event that created a remarkable moment in the sport history. The Olympics is a special sports event that was held once for every 5 years in order to enhance a harmonious and united world through the industry of sports. Thank you.